So the syndication, the syndication arm of this whole thing will function as it functions. It doesn't need to change, and I don't need to change it. That's a financial entity that I'm not in the business of touching financial entities. I see them as abstract connectors. That syndicate is just buying that asset.
So you're not
It's
interested
funding.
in moving some of those things to, say, DAOs or DAO, which is distributed autonomous organizations.
So, that sounds like I'll say that's not part of the initial plan because see, when I look at this, right, that would create complexity. I'm not saying I wouldn't try to address it.
No,
Not,
I understand. I
not
got you. I'm
right.
with you.
Because the syndicate, the real optic on the syndicate, when we get to this point, a certain level of maturization, I'll ask the question, what's the value of a syndication? What's the value of a syndicate? Because if I'm starting to inject a whole list of funding options from PE home offices to crowdfunding, online funding, you pick them, right? What is the real value of a syndicate?
Right.
I'm not questioning. That's just a sincere question, right?
Yeah.
And so it's very interesting. There's so many pieces of this puzzle, and we've been working on this, believe it or not, since 2018. And the reason it's taken this amount of time is it's not about writing an application. I could write an application in 18 months. That's a no-brainer. And a lot of people have, and I've talked to a lot of people that have. But what they don't do is they don't do the legwork to figure out what they need to connect into this and who they need to connect into this and the relationships you have to establish and the teams you have to bring in and the people that need to be involved and the conversations that have to be had and the integrations that need to be thought through. They haven't taken that level of effort. We are not what I call quick to cash organization.
Got it.
We are a journey, not a destination.
Okay.
We have been called by a few folks have seen us as being the equivalent of that online retailer that everybody knows by just their name.
Mm-hmm.
But they're looking at us to say that, Harold, that's you and more. What you're building is that and more. Because when I say we address everything related to property, I touched on it. We also deal with mineral rights and air rights. So we'll be able to address air rights and the compensation of drones flying over your house. Ooh, didn't think about that, but we are. And so, I mean, there's all kinds of revenue we're finding for people that own property, period. Right. And really taking that property and giving it back to the people that own it